everyone, it's Friday and you're watching Within the Frame. I'm Kim Bo-kyung. There's less than a month left until the 2030 World Expo host country is decided. South Korea is ramping up its efforts to promote Busan City's bid to host, after having gone through 4 presentations and a symposium. There are many reasons to name Busan the winner, considering Korea's unique history of having become one of the largest economies from being a war-torn country, being a cultural powerhouse, and having ability to offer business opportunities with its largest conglomerates. But one of the most important factors that distinguishes Busan from other competitors is the aspiration from civil society with higher participation than from competitors. To discuss this, we have invited a very special guest, Enna Park, Executive Chair of the Citizens Committee on Busan's bid for the Expo. She was a Korean diplomat who became the first woman to serve as an ambassador to the United Kingdom. Welcome to the show, Enna.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for being with us. Now, Chairperson, first question. So South Korea has gone through 4 rounds of competition presentations and a symposium. I'd like to know what the atmosphere has been up till now, and was there any memorable scene in your opinion?
Well, the previous 4 presentations were very successful. At the beginning, Busan was not very well known compared to other competitors. But as the presentation went on, the charms of Busan and the vision, its vision for future, were very much well perceived. Now I think Busan is enjoying the most popularity and support from PI delegates. Based on merits, Busan will be selected, I believe. You asked the most memorable scenes. So I have a lot of memorable scenes, but the most recent one is after the presentation, my presentation at the Paris Symposium, which was held last month. A lot of delegates came to me saying, I was very much touched by the passion of Busan people. And the final position of my own country is yet to be decided by the capital. But as a person, I'm very much supportive. And I know that Busan is the most ideal place to host the Expo. And I wish, I want Busan to be selected as an Expo site. And we already winning the hearts and minds of the delegates.
It must have been really impressive to be at the site and to listen to all those delegates' opinions.
Yes.
Right. Well, Anna, at the symposium that took place in Paris, South Korea vowed to provide more financial aid to the participants of the Busan Expo. And it also said that it will come up with a variety of measures to facilitate them being part of the Expo. What was this about?
Well, we want our friends around the world to be able to showcase the best of their country to the globe in Busan. But there are challenges. Korea, we have participated in the Expo since 1962, and we went through all those difficulties. Those difficulties including entry, visa difficulties, and building and the management of national pavilions, and the language barrier, and the customs, and all administrative procedural complications. So we want to make a Busan Expo the biggest, the most grander, and most seamless, meticulously organized event. In order to do that, we prepared a comprehensive, substantial package, support package to the participant countries. First of all, financial assistance. The financial assistance to cover the cost to build national pavilions and travel cost and housing, and that is the biggest among competitors, 3 competitors. So this financial support is biggest ever. And the second, not only the financial support, we increase the number of beneficiaries, and all developing countries will be eligible to that financial package. And not only developing countries, but the certain countries with small economies, and also with any particular concerns. And those countries will be eligible to the financial package. And our commitment goes beyond the financial package. We want to facilitate all the process from the entry point to the exit. So from the inception to the final moments. So including visa-free for participants, and full assistance, one-stop assistance for the entry to the exit, customs and tax refund, and also translators, volunteers to help them. So it's a full package. And I'm sure that with these priority measures, Busan Expo will be the biggest ever, will be the finest ever, will be the most affordable and convenient ever. And the most important thing is most enjoyable ever.
Most enjoyable ever, right? I see. Well, I believe these measures would be very attractive, especially for developing countries. Well, Anna, I'd like to also tap on civil society's aspiration to host this expo in Busan City. You have been chairing the Citizens Committee, like I said before, and I saw an article where you pointed out how people in Korea voluntarily initiated so-called the bottom-up promotional efforts. What's this about?
Well, this bid is actually driven by citizens. Our committee launched a signature collection campaign 9 years ago. And 139 million people signed on it. And that was submitted to the city government, and city government submitted it to the national central government. That's how it became national agenda. And it's, as you say, it is a bottom-up approach. And what we can see from this enthusiasm of citizens is that Busan people are ready, and Busan is ready. And we are ready to welcome the world to the place, the freedom, openness, and innovation. And we are ready to share our own transformation story with others. And we are ready to invite all to navigate together for the better future.
Right. Well, it's so interesting how this whole thing started by people's voluntarily, approach. It's interesting. But that being said, how is such aspiration from South Korea's civic society different from that of Saudi Arabia and Italy?
Oh, well, to be frank with you, I don't see any civil society like us in Rome and Riyadh. And Rome and Riyadh, that was top-down decision. And in case of Busan, it was bottom-up. It's from the heart of our people. And Busan people are well-known. They are very much open, passionate, and inclusive, and quite innovative. So Busan people know that how important the international partnership is, because we experience the international partnership can make a difference. And thanks to that international partnership, Busan became one of the global innovative cities in the world. And now Busan people want to make contribution to changing the world and transforming the world to a better place.
Right. Well, this must have been noticed by the BIE delegates when they visited Busan in April. Could you tell us how BIE delegates saw such aspiration, and how do you think such civil society's participation will be factored in for the final vote?
Well, there's inquiry team, PI delegation who visited Busan in April, they were so much impressed and touched by the wholehearted welcoming, and they felt the energy coming from the people. And some of them, they said, well, I felt like I was a K-pop star.
Really?
And they shared this story with their colleagues in Paris, and it was spread to the whole delegates. So it matters. It will be factored because one of the important elements for the success of Expo is participation of the people. So I'm pretty sure that the energy which will come from the people in 2030, it will impress the world.
Well, I believe we would have to thank Busan citizens for making BI delegates feel like they are K-pop stars. Yes. Well, Anna, of course, the civil society's participation and its aspiration is, of course, a very important factor. But there are so many other reasons why Busan is the right candidate for hosting this expo. And you mentioned how global society is seeking for transformation and that Republic of Korea and Busan City can show exactly what it is. In what ways can it show?
Well, Busan as a symbol of transformation itself. Busan is my hometown, and I have been away from Busan for 40 years. And when I returned, I couldn't hardly recognize the neighborhood I once knew. So Busan has transformed for last 50, 60 years. And Busan was the platform to transform Korea, and it wants to be the platform to transform the world. And how we can transform the world through hosting Expo? Well, the theme and sub-themes we proposed was very highly evaluated as most suitable, most timely, most deep enough to address the current challenges our humanity faces, like climate change, digital divide, and a lot of serious problems we now see at every corner of the world. And at the theme of the Expo, we propose is transforming the world, navigating toward a better world. And sub-themes we identified were first, sustainable living with nature. The second one, technology for humanity. The last one is caring and sharing. So with these themes and the sub-themes, we are pretty sure that Busan will serve as a platform to provide solutions to current challenges and also to present the blueprint for the future.
Well, adding on to that, South Korea's own unique history of how it has become one of the largest economies in the world from once war-torn country could also be the reason why it can show the transformation, right?
True, that's true. So it is time to transform the world. If it is too late, we will lose the chance to make our Earth as a sustainable habitat for the humanity.
Right, I see. Well, since you brought up how Busan City can show a way to tackle the climate change, I'd like to tap on the location. If Busan successfully hosts the expo, it is going to be held in the North Port area. What's so special about this area?
Well, North Port is the original port, which became the base for Korea's economy and Korea's export. But we built a new container port nearby, so the original port should be transformed into a new space. So through Expo, it will be reborn as most future-oriented, environment-friendly space and for the people. So that is very special, and it's very special also in the sense that it is the place where land and the ocean meet. So we trying to introduce a new kind of ocean civilization, taking advantage of the location. One example is the world's first sustainable floating islands to be built on the water in front of North Port. It will provide a solution to climate change, especially to the small island countries which is threatened by sea level rising and coastal cities like Busan, which seek environment-friendly solutions or alternative to reclamation. And I say that is the world's first sustainable floating island because the islands will have its own circular economy. And it will produce energy, it will produce water, and it will treat waste within the island without depending on the mainland. So environmentally, it is very much sustainable, 100% sustainable. And it's a module. So if we add up modules, and it can be extended to a town and even to a city. So there will be a new paradigm of human habitat. And it's a solution we want to contribute to solving climate change, a solution.
Right. I mean, just by hearing it, the concept of ocean civilization and the floating island, it's really interesting. And it's also very special in that it can show a way to tackle the climate change. Right. Well, Anna, we cannot leave out South Korea's own conglomerates, having been particularly loading the Busan Expo bid with firepower. And at the symposium, I heard many experts saying that the participants of the expo would be able to have a chance to network with such conglomerates. What can they offer?
Well, unlike others, Busan Bid Campaign is joint venture among three pillars. One, government, the other, business, and the third one is a civil society. And conglomerates, big companies, they have already engaged in this campaign. And they started to making networks with business partners, new partners in the other part of the world. And at the Expo, not only conglomerates like Samsung, Hyundai, LG, CJ, and others, we all have a high-tech, small but strong companies. Those are big and small. They will present at the Expo, offering the business network opportunities for business people coming from the world. And we will have a very much, edge-cutting business applications, and we will have business forum on various sectors. And also we will have a matching program on each country's National Day during the Expo. So through these opportunities, our business sector will offer a wide range of opportunities and opening door to the business people sectors in the other part of the world.
Right, I see. Well, Chairperson, I can definitely see its uniqueness and its, own merits of Busan City, but it has competitors. Riyadh, which is the modern metropolis in the middle of the desert, and Rome is just Rome. It's like world-renowned tourist destination. How do you honestly see Busan's chance of winning this bid?
Well, winning the chance is very much high, and Riyadh and Rome are also beautiful cities. Riyadh is newly developed desert city, and Rome is a very traditional tourism destinations. But the criteria to select the host city is something else. The criteria should be which city can inspire the world. Do they have any transformation story to inspire the world, to address the challenges of the world? And which city can provide more solutions to the world? And which city can present a blueprint for the future? And then all these criteria, it points that Busan is the most ideal place to host. And one more thing is, one of the criteria should be which city can provide the genuine long-term partnership with other countries. That is also Busan.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure Busan has full of charms and merits. So based on them, Busan will be selected as the host city of 2030 World Expo.
All right, I see. I mean, since there are so many reasons for Busan to host the expo, let's have our fingers crossed for that. We are running out of time, but I'd like to ask you this last question. So now we only have less than a month until the final winner is decided. To raise the possibility of hosting Busan World Expo 2030, what more can we do?
Well, there's less than 1 month period is very much critical. So on November 28th, whether Busan will be announced as the host country is now up to our collective efforts. So as chairperson of the Citizens Committee, I want to focus on building a common understanding that what we need is genuine long-term partnership rather than short-term instant carrots or incentives some candidate city offers for vote. So I want to focus on long-term partnership. I want to convince other member states Busan is the most ideal partner, long-term partner, to address their challenges, to work together to achieve their national priority agenda. And the other thing is from the citizen side, so I want to deliver the passion and the enthusiasm of Busan people to every corner of the world till the last moment of voting in Paris. Right. And I will do my best win the bid.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. Let's show our collective power.
Thank you.
Right. Well, unfortunately, this is all the time we have for today's edition, Chairperson. Thank you for coming in to the studio and sharing your thoughts with us.
I mean, whoever watches this program, please support us.
Yes.
With your support, we will win.
All right. Thank you,
you,
Chairperson. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, that's all for Within the Frame tonight. We'll be next Monday with more in-depth stories. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the weekend and goodbye.